All outlaws, sinners and saints. Some boys can and some boys can't. Some guys like girly drinks. You should have been a redneck. You see these kids with their pants down low, think they're cool cause their underwear show. Pull up your pants, son, you should have been a redneck. Toe up down on the bank, listening to some Haggard, Skinner and Hank. If you wanna fight, he's ready to brawl. You should have been a redneck. Toe to toe, man to man, whoop your ass a week.
YouTubers, YTPC, good morning. GhostCob and Macy on the front porch, bringing you yet another pipe tobacco review. Today we are going to be reviewing none other than Dreams of Kadath by Cornell and Diehl. It is a plug cut. I think it's more of a crumble cake myself, but they're calling it a plug. And as you can see here, I'm going to move my bowl that I use closer so I don't get no drippings off of it. There it is. Real nice, beautiful, beautiful plug or crumble cake. It is a Virginia-based tobacco, and in it is Black Cavendish, Burley, Dark Fire Kentucky, some Orientals, Perique, and yes, you've guessed it, some Virginias. It is a beautiful plug. I think it's, the moisture's decent on it. I'm going to break it apart and let it sit for a couple minutes, and then I'll pack a bowl and I will be back. And we're back. So let's do the bag note, jar note, tin note. Kind of reminds me of, it's a fruity note. It's a real fruity note. Kind of reminds me of like fresh made apple cider. I don't know, you know, obviously here in Pennsylvania, apples are very dominant, especially where I'm living now. I'm living literally right around, I have orchards all around me. But we used to take a field trip to make apple cider and take tours and stuff, and that's what that reminds me of, the apple cidery fruity note in the bag or that. The moisture was okay. After you broke it up, I had to let it sit for a little bit. I think it sat for about 15 minutes to dry real nice. It didn't really dry too well because today is rainy and muggy and it's just nasty here in Pennsylvania today. But so that is that. Other than that, let's get started. Let's do some more housekeeping. Today is the olive wood pot shape made by Pops. Beautiful stem work on that. Some mild rustication on it. I love my olive wood pipes. Olive wood and mortars are my favorites. At least they seem to be. Okay. So the dark fired comes in first. The dark fired is like the first punch in the nose. And then you get that sweetness on the end of the Virginias. But that dark fired is pretty long lasting. It's the star of the show when it comes to the flavor. It's got a pretty nice long finish to it too. Not bad. Also, a little more housekeeping. Tamper of the day is made for me by Mod Piper. It's a miniature version. I love it. It's a great little tamper. Thank you, Mod Piper. Yeah, the dark fired is there first, and then it comes into the Virginias, and you can taste a little bit of like the other stuff. A little bit of nuttiness. I think that's some of the fruitiness too, is the burleys. So that's where we're at. I'm going to go a little bit more into it, and then we will. I will stop back in and check in, and let y'all know how I'm making out. All right, stick around. All right, we're midway through the bowl here. I've gotten no tongue bite off of this. Very nicely done. The nicotine is about medium, I would say, at most. It does have a nice room note. I mean, it's tolerable. It's definitely a tolerable. It's not a bad room note by any means. It's burning down to a very nice, fine white ash, which is very nice. Flavors haven't changed. You can taste a little bit of the topping, and it's not a very dominant topping. Like, it was like just touched with, let's say, maybe some kind of booze. I don't know if liquor. I don't know if it's a brandy or I don't know, but it's got some sort of liquor topping on it, I believe. I could be wrong. I don't know. Now, I had little problems getting it started, and I think that's just simply because of the fact that it's not dry enough out here to dry it out, and I didn't give it a whole lot of time to dry out. So that's my fault. But after I got her going, she smokes great. I haven't had to relight it at all. Very well done. It's a smooth blend too. For as many different tobaccos that are in this blend, it's actually pretty good. It's a very nice and smooth blend. I enjoy it. I'm going to go a little further down, come back and check in, give you my final thoughts, and maybe throw in a couple pairings that I would suggest with this blend, and of course a couple shout outs, because that's just the way I do things. So hopefully you'll stick around and enjoy the rest of the review with me. Final thoughts on Cornell and Diehl's Dreams of Kadath. The Dark Fired has tamed down a tad, which is nice because it has allowed the fruity notes and the burleys and even a little bit of that spiciness of the perique to come in a little bit more. And I really enjoy that part of this part of the bowl. I'm not very educated on plugs and stuff like that, so it may have been just the way the tobacco was tore apart and I packed it in a bowl. I don't know, but I'm really liking the end of this bowl because of the fact that the Dark Fired has tamed down enough and has allowed that fruity notes and the spiciness of the perique to come in and get that, you get it on the finish, and still got a pretty nice finish to it. I really enjoy it. It's a good blend. It's definitely worth buying a tin to try. I definitely think it's worth buying a tin to give a shot. I will be putting some in my cellar for sure, because I would love to, one, have a tin to go to and just keep trying, and 2, I'd like to have a tin just to put away just to see what it'd be like with a year or 2 on it. That would be very interesting to see. So, final thoughts. The rest of my final thoughts here for the Dreams of Kadath would be some pairings. A cup of mud would go very well with this. A good bourbon or a scotch would go very well. A dark beer would go well with this. For those of you guys out there that enjoy a good dark hearty beer, this is a blend for that. Especially with the dark fire as strong as it is. And also, if you enjoy wine once in a while, I think a nice red wine would go well with this. It would just complement it very well. So those are my thoughts on Cornell and Diehl's Dreams of Kadath. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, I guess. I don't know. I want to thank all my subscribers for stopping by and all the support. If you're just dropping by for this review, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to sit down with me and have a bowl. And if you enjoyed it, please hit the subscribe button. And thank you all for coming by. My last piece of business today will be my shout outs. I enjoy shouting other people out and helping other people's channels. And because, you know, sometimes there are people out there that you've never heard of. And 2 people I'd like to bring to your attention is Mod Piper, the gentleman who gave me this wonderful tamper. And I would like to shout out LaDon Mott, the one and only Briar Blade. LaDon is a great fella. I really enjoy him, watching his channel. What a great guy. Very well knowledged. You want to see a pipe collection, you just start in the beginning of his channel and just watch it. It is great. He is one of those guys that you can sit down with, smoke a good cigar that'll take you about an hour, hour and a half, and just watch his videos, and you will be entertained the whole time. So until we can get together and pack a pipe or smoke a good cigar, let all what you do be done in love. Y'all take care and God bless.
Real outlaws, sinners and saints. Some boys can and some boys can't. Some guys like girly drinks. You should have been a redneck. You see these kids with their pants down low, think they're cool cause their underwear show. Pull up your pants, son, you should have been a